Sharknado is a made-for-television movie that aired on the Sci-Fi Channel about 2 years ago and stars Ian, something like that, and Tara Reid. It's about this group of sharks, not really about a shark, and they get sucked up into a tornado, and then that tornado goes to Los Angeles and destroys everything. And now those guys have to survive, pretty much. This is a horrible movie, but it's made to be horrible, to be like a so bad it's good type of thing. And that's really how I'm going to judge this movie, because, you know, if you look at it in terms of, you know, actual movie stuff, it's horrible. But I'm going to judge this movie as the way it was intended to be, as a so bad it's good movie. Even then, I still don't think it's all that good or well made for that, to be perfectly honest. I know, don't hate me, but, whatever. You know, the acting is horrible. Like, literally, it's really not that good. Like, you know, and the thing is, sometimes there are these scenes where they really take things seriously and try to give these characters backstory and interesting reasons to fight the sharks, like one character in particular, but I'm like, I don't care. This is a movie called Sharknado. I want to see tornado filled with sharks destroying stuff. I don't want to see that. Like, not at all. And I don't know why they do that. And they also got the dad from Home Alone to be in this movie from like the first half hour for some reason. You know, kind of a shame. I mean, he was in Home Alone movies and now he's in Sharknado, and it really feels like they found him at a bar and said, hey, you want to be in Sharknado? I was like, okay. Yeah, because he plays an alcoholic in this movie. And it's just really ridiculous. You know, I don't expect the acting to be good and all, but, you know, at least make it ridiculous and over the top, and it really isn't even in certain areas. And, you know, the characters get into some really ridiculous and over the top scenarios, like this one scene where they're trying to rescue a bus. They're on like a bridge and the bus is down here and it's all flooded, so they have to like lower a rope and bring everyone up. And it's pretty impossible that all of that can happen, but I gotta say, you know, it was doing that. It was pretty ridiculous, I'll say. As for the entertaining values of this movie, I didn't have that much fun with it, to be perfectly honest. Like, it's supposed to be so bad it's good, as I said before. The only part I found that was so bad it's good is the last 20 or so minutes, I would say. Everything else up to then was really boring, and it felt like it was trying way too hard. Because something that was so distracting was the CGI sharks are horrible. It is quite possibly some of the worst CGI I've ever seen in my life. And I know it's not supposed to be good, again, with the so bad it's good, but they use them so much that it's so distracting to the point where I can't say it's so bad it's good. It's just so distracting, these CGI sharks that look terrible, and all that CGI blood that ever they slam into someone. Like, even the deaths of the sharks and the people aren't even over the top. Like, most of the time it's just a shark crashing on someone, like, blah, like that. That's like 90% of the shark-related deaths in this movie. Or it's just a shark chomping someone up like Pac-Man in like the beginning or so. It's just really stupid, and I honestly didn't find it all that enjoyable, to be perfectly honest. It was just kind of boring and stuff, because, you know, again, the over-top scenes are there, and the characters, you know, they're not interesting. I don't care about them. I don't want them to succeed, apparently, because the main character, played by Ian, whatever his last name is, his name is Finn in the movie. You know, his ex-wife is Tara Reid's character, and they're apparently trying to, you know, rekindle during the Sharknado for some reason. I don't know why, because, you know, they don't really care, and then they have to go find his son, because he's joined the Air Force, apparently. And then they eventually decide, we're going to throw bombs into the tornado, because that's going to destroy it. Bombs in a tornado. Bombs make tornado go away, huh? I know. So bad it's good, so bad it's good. It was hard to keep that mentality, because I didn't even find this movie so bad it's good. Like, there are some movies that I say are so bad it's good. You know, The Room, Birdemic, The Wicker Man, The Happening, The Legend of Hercules, Troll 2. Like, those movies are funny because they're unintentional comedies. Like, you know, they were made to be serious. I don't know about Troll 2, but they were made to be serious, and they're so bad it's hilarious. Like, this movie is really trying way too hard to be so bad it's good, and because of that, it really half-asses so much that, you know, could have been done, like, if they had tried to be serious, but they should have at least, if they were going to try so hard, at least know what ridiculous is, like, you know, really weird over-the-top laughs or something like that. It's like, have that. Don't have bottom-of-the-barrel acting with moments that try to be serious and characters you don't even care about. I don't even have any characters. Make the characters all like stereotypes or something. Like, you know, that way, you know, you won't care about them when they die. You'll just laugh at stuff. And, you know, actually, don't be afraid to, like, show, like, some more violent stuff than they do. Like, they really kind of hold back with some of the violence. Like, you just see blood come up from the water whenever a shark attacks someone. Like, you know, it's Jaws stuff. And it really doesn't even go that far. Like, you see a hand come out of the water or something like that. And that's it, but, I don't know. And again, the only part I found that was kind of funny was the last 20 minutes. And even then, I thought I kind of found that I was forcing myself to laugh at that point, because I was like, alright, can I salvage this movie? Can I, you know, laugh? And some parts were kind of legit funny, like, and the actual ending with this plot twist is so ridiculous and stupid, I just, no. So, yeah, to be honest, is this movie so bad it's good? Sometimes it can kind of feel like it. And, you know, I watched this movie alone in my room when I had nothing to do, and that's probably not the best time to have it. Like, I find that if you watch Sharknado with, like, a bunch of friends and it's late at night, and, you know, you're doing something else, like maybe playing Cards Against Humanity or something, and you got Sharknado in the background, I feel like that is where it would be most enjoyable. But for what I did, not really. Now, it succeeds in a few areas, and again, because it's trying to be so that's good, I'm not going to judge it as an actual movie, I'm going to judge it as what it intends to be. And, you know, again, with distractingly bad CGI, which, again, just looks so fake, and just, it doesn't go as far as it should for over-the-top stuff, I can't say I enjoyed this movie that much. But at the same time, it succeeds in a few areas, and I'm not going to be too harsh on it because, you know, it's what it's trying to do, but I'm not going to be in a free pass either because it didn't quite succeed. So, Sharknado for me is going to get 50%. I know, it's not the most torturous experience. Like, I wasn't bored. Well, I was kind of bored, but, you know, at least it wasn't horrible. It was just, It could be worse, but it could be worse in the fact that it'd make it better. But it wasn't. Oh, well. Regardless, I hope, you know, if you ever watch Sharknado, then have fun. I'm doing this and the second one tomorrow in preparation for Sharknado 3, Oh Hell No, which comes out this Wednesday. Yeah, it's actually called Sharknado 3, Oh Hell No. Regardless, coming up next is my review for Sharknado 2, the second one. Yes, that's what the sequel's called. And I'll see you all then, hopefully, if you're gonna watch. Adios, home slices.